Hi, this is Sunday, and today I'm going to give some advice I'd like to be remembered for. I kind of found this to be a little bit of a hard one because I I have lots of pieces of wisdom I picked up that over the years that I think are really useful. There was the classic one from my mother, which is always remember to use the bathroom before you go on a trip. That's always handy. But I did a session tonight with somebody and this came up, so I thought I would talk about this. And that is meaning can be the booby prize. Knowing what things mean, sometimes it seems super important to know what something means, and sometimes it is. For practical things, it's really, really important and helpful to know what something means. Like when the light turns from green to yellow to red, it is very helpful to know what that means. Or if you are inside and you're smelling smoke, it's super helpful to know what that means. If you want to go the in-depth analysis route, it's really helpful to know what it means when water starts coming out of your faucet in coughing spurts instead of running freely. But when you get to the realm of experience beyond the practical, it's not always so helpful to know what something means. For instance, a lot of people ask what the meaning of a dream is, for instance. And there are books on dreams and books on the symbology of dreams, and people go to psychics to have their dreams read, which is probably actually more effective if the psychic is good. Because the thing about dream books and symbols and having people tell you what something means is that all these things are really personal and individual, and they're also cultural. So the context they happen in, the time of life they happen in, what things mean to you. I mean, if I dream of a crater next to a derrick, it might mean something completely different to me than it means to you. And of course, if you're a Freudian analyst, you would know exactly what that meant, but it might not actually mean that for the person who's having the dream. And it's also true of experiences in life when we maybe have a romantic relationship with somebody that goes differently than we'd hoped or expected, and we wonder what it means. I'm not sure how useful a question that is, and I spent a lot of time in my life digging around for meanings of things. Like, what does this fictional book mean? What does this mean in my life? And it took a whole lot of work and effort to do that. It was a lot of mental kind of cogitation and stuff. And it never was very satisfying. And finally I realized why. It's because it's not about what the experience means. It's about how you take in the experience and what the experience is for you. How you sense it, how you feel it, how you experience the experience, to be redundant. So to ask what a lot of experiences mean is really like, say you went to a beautiful beach on the ocean and the sky is open and you can hear the waves hypnotically moving and the sand is warm under you. And you have that beautiful sense that most people have of the ocean, of being free and being your essential self and back to when you were 3 years old and just a moment where you're completely carefree. Now, if you started in that moment wondering what it all means, it's kind of the booby prize, isn't it? Because what's happening for you is much bigger than what it mentally means. And it takes a lot of work to be cranking out on what it really means, and you're missing the actual experience when you do it. So that's what I mean when I say that meaning can be a booby prize.